Tonight, Hollywood director Quentin Tarantino is speaking out for the first time about his controversial remarks on police.
He called some of them murderers, but it doesn't appear his latest statements have cooled off the firestorm. KCAL9 political reporter BRyan joins us now with more on this. Dave.
Lena Juan, Tarantino's remarks triggered a bitter backlash from police groups in 5 big cities, including L.A. and in Orange County, and they're organizing a movie boycott. But in his first interview since the remarks, Tarantino denies he's a cop hater and accuses his critics of slandering him.
I am a human being with a conscience, and when I see murder, I cannot stand by.
Hollywood director Quentin Tarantino was fired up as he spoke to a crowd of protesters in New York who marched through the city streets 10 days ago in protest over recent controversial police use of force cases, which resulted in the deaths of African Americans. In some cases, children, in others, unarmed civilians who critics charge were not putting up any resistance. This is what Tarantino said about the police officers in those killings.
I have to call the murdered, and I have to call the murderers the murderer.
His sharp words triggered an angry response from some police organizations and their supporters.
Got room for one more.
Critics called for a boycott of Tarantino's new movie, The Hateful Eight, which is scheduled to be released on Christmas Day. Now, for the first time since the rally, Tarantino is speaking out, telling the L.A.Times his critics are misrepresenting his remarks and slandering him. All cops are not murderers, he told the Times. I never said that. I never even implied it. He accuses those critics of ducking the real issue, police brutality, especially against people of color, and offered no apology. I'm not being intimidated. Frankly, it feels lousy to have a bunch of police mouthpieces call me a cop hater. I'm not a cop hater. This is a misrepresentation. That is slanderous. That is not how I feel. I'm not taking back what I said. What I said was the truth. His response doesn't appear to be cooling things down. L.A. Police Protective League Vice President Joretta Sandos says Tarantino's comments do nothing to heal the wounds.
His words were, we didn't hear an apology. We heard him stick by his words. So no, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed at all. And what we expect is for this nation to rise up, law-abiding citizens to rise up and denounce any of his films, especially when he's perpetuating this anti-police rhetoric.
On the same day Tarantino talked to the Times, LAPD Chief Charlie Beck, who attended a police commission meeting, weighed in on Tarantino's remarks at the protest rally.
His movies are extremely violent, but he doesn't understand violence. Unfortunately, he mistakes lawful use of force for murder, and it's not.
Tarantino's remarks have been applauded by supporters like actor Jamie Foxx, who said this at the Hollywood Film Awards on Sunday.
Quentin Tarantino, you are a boss. You're absolutely amazing. Keep speaking the truth and keep telling the truth, and don't worry about none of the haters. I'm going to let you know that right now.
But Sandos says police unions and organizations across the country and their supporters are determined to shut down Tarantino's movies.
We have New York, we have Philadelphia, we have Chicago, we have New Jersey, and that's just the beginning. There are going to be police agencies throughout this country that will join together to boycott his films.
Well, tonight there is no sign the heat surrounding this issue will be diminishing anytime soon. And this week, as we mentioned, the Orange County Deputy Sheriff's Association joined the call to boycott Tarantino's movies. And Juan, the president of the National Fraternal Order of Police, has now lent his support to that boycott as well.